Were you trying to find or recover 637, Simon? Yeah, mate, I pulled that car up right.
So we're going to round 2 of the ARB Off-Road Championship, the Gap 440 in Hilston, New South Wales. I was leading the Class 6 series and I want to keep that going and hopefully maybe even podium outright. The pressure's on.
This is race 3 with Dad as the navvy.
We haven't had an accident or anything yet. It's proven to be quite quick.
I promise you in off-road racing, if you're going to have a simple little problem and you think just line the car up anyway, it'll bite you 150% of the time.
I don't want to hurt the man, so I really don't want to roll it over.
One of those tracks that you do the tiniest mistake, you're in trouble, but you're going to be able to push like hell.
Looking forward to just having some fun at Hilston.
Why does this always happen to us? Always us.
So, I was going to say welcome to the next side-by-side video. It's like, I don't know, 11:30 at night. Race team's on the side of the road. Can't get the bus going. We're heading to an event for a customer which kicks off 5:30 tomorrow morning.
Yeah, let me just talk to everything I know about buses. We're not moving. We're not. The throttle ain't throttling, you know?
We're using the KINCROME to try to get the bus going. Not feeling overly confident, but Simon's forever the optimist and he's pretty confident we'll make this work. Otherwise, we've got hire cars, vans, and we're going to load everything up and keep on trucking. Tell us what you actually think's wrong, Dan.
And the air dryer's taking a pull and it's letting all the air out in the bottom of it where it shouldn't go instead of sending it to the bus. We're going up. We're going up. We're going down.
Oh no. No, don't say that.
Red light went off.
Yes.
Hey! We're back, baby!
So after last night's dramas with the bus, we're up at the crack of dawn. The main reason we can all go racing and create content for you is we have thousands of KINCROME distributors around the nation that support what we do. We are fortunate enough to have a long-term supporter of KINCROME in Griffith. They're on the way to Hilston and we had to take the opportunity to stop off and show them all things KINCROME. With debatably the most impressive KINCROME in-store setup in the country, we've also brought the side-by-sides to chuck on display so everyone can get up close and personal, check out the vehicles, and on top of that, we've also brought some fun activities to test out their skills. From racing sims, hand-eye coordination tasks, and even some tool skills, they'll all have a chance to win some KINCROME gear. Let's not forget we've got some epic tool deals, live radio on Triple M, coffee and lunch for everyone that rocks up. And as you saw last night, the old KINCROME bus needs a little bit of love too. We attended to that in the car park, but we got it sorted. After a big day in town, we packed up and hit the road to head out to Hilston. Next step was set up camp, set up the pits, and get ready for the racing.
Hilston, this is our first time here. It looks amazing. I've seen it on the lead nav and it actually looks quite technical for the side-by-sides, but like technical in a good way where we actually might have an advantage on the field just because there's a lot of tight, small, hairpin sharp areas that we really excel at and those bigger cars can't really go through at top speeds.
So my expectations for Hilston were that it was going to be high speed. We lowered the car to get around the course nice and tight. We could tip it into fast corners. And one of those tracks that if you do the tiniest mistake, you're in trouble, but you're going to be able to run super tight with trees and super tight with all the obstacles and push like hell.
I think I'm most excited to see how Jacko goes against this field. His car's quick and he's literally at his peak, and I really hope that he comes out and just smashes it like out of the ballpark because he deserves it, and honestly, it'll be cool as fuck to watch. Beat that.
So this is our first time at Hilston. We got contacted by Jay Mitchell, one of the locals here. He competes in the series himself. He's been really helpful in giving us some information because he knows we haven't competed here before.
So this is race 3 with Dad as the navvy.
For me, jumping in the car with the kids and navigating, I did it for Jackson for a couple of rallies. It's not something that I want to do as a career, co-driving. I do quite enjoy it. I know you get a certain pride when you're in with your kids and you see them learning and moving forward and just getting better and better with help from you. So yeah, I'm extremely proud of it.
Dad has done so much racing that it's just natural to him. But to Eden, she hasn't done as much racing as what myself or Dad's done. So having Dad in the car, I believe has been fantastic for Eden. And then also when she crashes it, she has to explain it to Dad straight away. And I think that's quite funny.
The research I've done is minimal. I'm more of a wing it and just drive type of girl. We'll look at Prologue, we'll race Prologue, we'll look at Recce Lap and then we'll race the lap. I'm not very technical, unlike Jacko. He's probably watched about 15 hours of YouTube videos over and over again.
I watched Toby Price's video from Hilston and that was my pre-Recce Lap. So I got to just have a look at it, and after watching the first video I thought, oh, this is going to be cool. And I'd heard from a lot of competitors that this was just a real driver's track that was going to make the guys that are happy to hang it out a bit shine.
I really want to go out and give this car a good crack and a good run for its money to see how it can do, and especially to see how I can do at the top speeds of this car. And hopefully I can wipe the floor with some cannons.
Is this how you thought you'd spend your 40th then?
Yeah, that's exactly how I thought I was going to spend it.
Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray! So today, day one, I got up to Hilston just before the Recce Lap. So the Recce Lap is one of those laps that when you first start off-road racing, you don't take it that seriously. You're like, oh cool, I'll just drive around, have a look. By about halfway through, you're probably pretty bored. You're sick of driving the Hilux or whatever road car you've got that's not really coping with the track very well.
We're bogged. Hey, we're like bogged proper on the first corner.
But the more you progress in this sport, you'll start to learn that the Recce Lap's one of the most important laps of this whole race, because putting down your notes and getting all of the information put onto its GPS, it is key. And Dad has a big rally background and their reconnaissance is super important, and you can see why.
Into right 2.5 long, stay in. Into left 3.5.
And that's sort of where Sam and I are progressing with our notes. We started off very vague and now we're really trying to introduce as much information as possible.
Go double caution about it. You're just going to jump into that.
So that we can go straight out on lap one, and if there's a crest that goes up and you have to turn right on the crest and do a jump at 140, we're doing that on our first lap without any hesitation because we've put it in our notes and we trust our notes. And that takes a long time to get to that place, to get to the place of trusting your navigator and to trust that you did your Recce Lap properly, and that's the reality of it. I don't think we've ever got it spot on, but without a doubt we've improved at every event, and we're constantly growing to get our reconnaissance better and our notes better, because yeah, good notes is a good race.
1,500 notes because you're driving like a psychopath.
You're driving. This is highway driving.
Look, Dad being my navigator, I never thought this would be a thing. I think he said he sat in the navigator seat once, and that was a long time ago. So the fact that he's agreed to sit with me, especially after my racing history, is crazy to me. I'll give it to him, he's doing a good job.
I think she loves it because she believes everything I say. So we have this really great relationship in the car. Like, I'm only there to help her. I want her to be the best driver that she can be.
I wouldn't say I feel any pressure, I probably feel more calm with him in the seat.
We haven't had an accident or anything yet, so no, I'm really proud of her, and she's proven to be quite quick.
I don't want to hurt the man, so I really don't want to roll it over and then have to get him out. Looks really good, like looks quite fast. It's obviously following a lot of paddocks and stuff like that, but there is a lot of random creek crossings, but like the creek crossings are quite deadly. So there's a lot of cautions out there, and these are cautions that we're going to trust. Normally you don't really trust cautions, but these ones, definitely trusting those. I think for us, like there is a lot of long straights out there. Jacko's going to love them. Me and Dad are going to have to monitor the belt a little bit out there, but we'll see. And then yeah, other than that, everything looked pretty good. Like I think it's going to be really fun. I'm not really feeling nervous. I feel pretty chill.
We were meant to be back of the pack because we have all the rescue gear. And Dad
can't seem to help but turn a recce lap into a race lap. So we overtook everyone and now we're 20 kilometres ahead of them.
We're here to race.
This is recce. And if they break down, they're just going to have to figure it out on their own.
Yeah. Look, that's always so fun.
So I hope they're all G and know that this was nothing to do with me.
Oh, look at the bull bar! Can you see that, man? You should see the bull bar, it's going off!
We've got scrutineering and just getting everything ready for the cars.
Luckily for us, scrutineering is just next door, so we can just roll the cars out, drive in, which is good. But Jacko's currently lowering his car, so he's lowering his front, lowering the back, going to have the front a little bit lower, and just because it's still set a bit high from think. So after looking at the track after our recce lap, I think lower is going to be a little bit better for us.
So we're obviously changing these springs on the scrutineering night. And yeah, it was just purely because of all of my YouTube and GoPro videos that I'd watched of this track. I could tell from that information the setup that I needed. Different setup that was going to be more user-friendly to dance it between trees and stuff. Scrutineering, so go through, get all your transponders and rally safe and sign in. The scrutineers didn't like our taillights, so that was the new thing to pick on for this event. So our taillights weren't bright enough when they were obviously when you're on the brakes.
Like, the track looks really technical, which is like awesome, I think, but at the same time you're gonna have your wits about you, I reckon.
Most definitely, mate. Well, thank you. Congratulations on getting here.
Yeah, so yeah, thanks guys. Cheers.
So today, day 2, so Prologue. So we're lining up to go out and see if we can qualify high in the field. And then after that, we've got one lap around the long course. I'm just never satisfied with the car. Like, never. I'm always trying to improve it. Like, leading up to this race, Billy on the start line to do Prologue, and we wanted comms in the car, and it was a last-minute decision to get all the equipment to be able to do it. Yeah, unfortunately, the way Dan's done such a good job of wiring this car, all the wiring's hidden, all under the dash and all in the tunnel, and everything's really neat. So when you want to do a last-minute change in the car in full race spec, not stripped down, it's take the dash out. It's take all these parts out to access simple things. Basically, for people that are watching, I thought it's going to be way cooler if you can hear Sammy yelling at me because he yells and it's hilarious. Straight on! So in my navy seat is my trusty business partner, Sammy. We're a team. We're a team at work and we're a team on the track. As a navigator, he is perfect. Like, you trust him 100%.
I'm Sam, I'm Jackson's navigator. Never been to Hilston before. Obviously didn't get to see it in recce yesterday because we came up late, but the guys were fortunate enough to do a run yesterday and give me a bit of a GPS. So I've got a map. I'll have to do a bit of head bobbing where I'll be checking corners and stuff, but I'm pretty sure we'll be right. Jack's always pretty smart. He uses his eyes before he listens. Yeah, assuming we have a pretty clean run, we should post a pretty good time outright, and yeah, we'll just see where it comes.
One thing about Sammy is Sammy probably wants to win more than I want to win. And I always say this about him, but he's a fast person. He just operates fast. He does everything really fast. So as a navigator, he's spot on because that's what you want. You want to surround yourself with people that are fast. As far as a navigator, he's easily a lot to do with the speed that we're able to get out of this car.
I've stepped up to the Class 6, so I'm in a turbo car now. I originally was NA. I've been super excited to finally get into a Class 6, and I've enjoyed it. I'm getting really comfy in the car now, starting to know its limits. I'm starting to know where I can push it a little bit more, where I should probably chill out a little bit more. I'm obviously against a whole new field and a much larger field, but I'm against all the big boys, and I love it.
If you don't blow a belt out there, then the funnel works.
Well, that's exactly how that goes. So.
Otherwise, we're definitely going to break a belt in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, Prologue was interesting. I mean, we didn't finish, we broke, so that was, I wouldn't say unexpected. I'd say it was either we were going to break or we were going to probably do okay. But no, we broke. Dad changed the tune in the car before to hopefully like give it some more speed because it was quite a fast Prologue track. It's quite quick, so we weren't super confident with our speed of our car because we're quite heavy and we just don't have the speed that the Can-Ams have. Like our max speed's around 130, 140 and they hit around 150, 160. So Dad changed the tune. We had a few issues with the boost. So we're trying to go and just the boost was not cooperating. But other than that, we had a really good run.
Good girl. Make it dance. Nice. Bit of a tight left. That's it. Go, go, go. Nice. I'm loving it. Cars flying. Stay with us, Belle.
Come on, Belle.
Stay with us.
And we blew the belt, of course, like 500 metres from the finish.
There goes the belt.
Fuck. Shit.
Just get off the track somewhere safe.
Where?
There you go. Up here. Game over.
Fuck.
I don't think we've got any tools either. Change it.
I think that's just my luck these days. But no, we're going to fix it, change the tune back to stock, I think, and then probably change the clutching around and hopefully we can stop breaking belts. It is what it is at this point. I'm not too fussed. We got to race pretty decent race up to the 10K mark and then broke. At least it wasn't in the first bloody 1 kilometre. So it is what it is. We get seated now and we'll just try and get the car to the finish. Spirits are high. You know, we love racing cars. Jacko, did you win? Did he win? Does anyone know?
Yes, and 9th outright.
He got top 10.
We prologued really well. We got 9th outright and first in class, which was a fantastic start. The car did everything that we hoped for as far as setting it up with the suspension changes we made and the clutching changes we made. Everything was just bang on. After prologue, we were stoked.
How many times have you done this, rebuilding a clutch?
This is all I do.
Yeah, all they do is rebuild clutches. We're just out here rebuilding clutches, making cars go really quick, tuning them up, DNFing, you know. What else? What else is new? Anything? Anything you haven't seen before? No. We're in the car driving back to the pits because my buggy's on a trailer. That's all I have to say there.
Why is your buggy on the trailer?
So I don't want to say the R word, I tipped it all the way over.
and onto the other side.
Hello, darling.
People worried about Dad. He's older. I'm coming to see if he's alright. Yeah, we're good.
We made it halfway, so we're literally probably at the bang on the halfway mark. We're actually going really well. Like I thought we were. It's hard because we didn't finish Prologue, so I don't know how we were going against the field. And then we didn't finish today, so I still don't know how we're going against the field. We caught the guy ahead of us, which was good. So we overtook him. I don't know how close we were to the next car ahead of us. But yeah, just driver error.
Who's not the finish line?
Nah.
Who's on here? Literally, the words before we hit the corner, he goes, "Trust Dad." Oh, trust Dad. Sorry, trust Dad. And then he goes, right 3, sorry, called that a bit late. I went into it. Right through gate, and we went through, and then he goes, too fast! And he tried to grab the wheel and turn me, and he was just like, oh, all over by that point. And I was like, listen to Dad.
It seems to always happen when the car is on point. Like we had no belt temp issues, everything was running really smoothly, which hasn't happened in a really long time. And then as soon as the car's good, I fuck it up. So that's always fun, isn't it? We're learning.
Unfortunately, there's a hole in the radiator. So the unbreakable laser lamp. Not unbendable, but it's definitely unbreakable.
It didn't even crack, like nothing is broken on it. It just bent.
And that took the whole load of the rollover.
So tomorrow, I don't know, hopefully we can fix it. Like, let's see what the damage is. Dad reckons it's just a radiator, but Dan seems stressed. He's giving stress. Or disappointment, maybe. Yeah, hopefully the car's good, and then I feel fine for tomorrow, to be fair. Like what we put in today and how we ran today and how me and Dad worked well together, like I'm keen. I think maybe I'll just back off a little bit, just chill out a little bit on corners, because there's just so many tight either hairpins or tight rights, which are my enemy, but they're everywhere here. I'm fine.
We got 15 k's in, it's turned off, so it's still a handful. Sounds like you had fun then, mate.
Bang, we lose the electronics in the car.
The gremlins. It's an electrical gremlin. So we stopped 15 k's in, engine just turned off. Just boom.
How did you cope with that?
Pretty cool. It's pretty cool, calm clubbed it. We thought it was the isolator, which is usually what it is. Had a look at that, wasn't that, and we called Dan, and he made sure, he's like, nah, the way the isolator's set up, it can't do what you think it's doing. And then I whacked the fuse box on the back, and it lit up.
It dashes back, everything's back.
And we're like, oh, okay. So it's around there somewhere. So then we found which fuse it was, and then moved it and went, oh, cool, and put it back in.
And there was this legend on the recovery bike who was helping us strap in and get back out there, and we're convinced that we've solved the problem, and off we go.
Strapped in, let's go. Boom. Died again.
It was getting really frustrating, and I think we were in and out 3 or 4 times before we got the car to a place that it would go.
Bent the terminals that were in there where the fuse was, so that the fuse was a bit harder to push in. Kind of worked, but then once you started going over about 30% throttle, it would just cut. We had no front diff because the diff turned off.
Perfect.
So we just had to do this 30% throttle rear-wheel drive run for
The rest of it?
the rest of it, yeah.
And our GPS also was intermittent.
I wish you could see this GPS.
It's just going off.
It's like, woo!
And this is all stemming from this electrical issue that was just turning the power on and off. Pushed through and got through our lap with these issues, which I think was the hardest lap.
Well done, Jackson. Make sure it gets there, fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Well done. Well done.
Well done.
Oh, I'm glad you brought it home. That was one of the hardest days. I'm glad we're not doing 2 laps today because we didn't need any more of that.
Every single metre we travelled, you felt like, is it going to just stop? Like you don't know. And obviously we had a lot on the line. We were leading the series. There was a lot of sort of pressure that I put on myself. I was so relieved to finish that lap. And Sam's into me like, just look after it. Just get it back. Just get it back.
No, just get it home. Look after it. We've only got 4 Ks.
Oh, no.
Bring it home.
But the car will be in good shape. We know what the problem is. We've got to fix it up. We've only got to make up 25 minutes tomorrow.
The weeks before Hilston, we did find this fault, but we didn't understand it and we didn't know what it was. Okay, there's something wrong, but the car wasn't derating and it wasn't stopping the car. Unfortunately, And it's not usually my thing, but I did just look past it and went, oh, okay, maybe it's something simple, it'll be fine. And I promise you in off-road racing, it's never going to be fine. If you're going to have a simple little problem and you think, oh, we'll just line the car up anyway, it'll bite you 150% of the time.
What are you doing?
Somebody ran out of talent. We had a slight rollover, and the radiator is meant to support the car.
You know what I like even more? Is I'm the one that put the car apart now. It looks like everyone's done all the work.
Dan, I was thinking exactly the same thing.
Dan just wants to put a new radiator in there, and Dad's being a tight ass.
Because he knows it's got to happen again.
Why are we being mean?
Yeah, so I have my mum and I have my stepdad Neil there. They are hilarious.
You were flying. You were obviously next level.
It didn't matter what section of the course mum was standing on, you did not miss her driving the car. Like, she's jumping around and just losing her mind. I reckon I could even hear her at some stage in the race car. Like, she's having a ball. She loves coming out and seeing the events. And yeah, I love it. I love how passionate mum and Neil are with our motorsport, and they come all the way out just to come check it all out and help us with anything that they can help with. So it was one of those things where you're racing along and you're like, oh, I'm gonna see mum soon. She's gonna be here somewhere. So we've got 2 laps and then a service break and then another 2 laps to finish the event.
Jackson's probably got a real good chance of a top result, and there's a few people watching to see what he does.
The pressure's on.
Right, 2, left 2. They'll be like, we're hauling, and then look at us go. About 160 gets in here. Stop me out. Let's go. Yeah, good.
Yeah, no, we got clean laps in. We were real hard on the brakes on the first lap and got through them. Yeah, we were down to metal for probably a little bit of the first lap and then the whole second lap. So yeah, we had a few runoffs and stuff, but it was good. Everything worked, like the electrical problem's gone. So it was fun coming through the back of the field and working through all the cars. Everyone was super good. Everyone moved and gave us heaps of room. So I think we've only put 6 minutes on the lead Can-Am, so it's heaps more to be able to get in front of him. So who knows what happens, but we'll try. It just sucks we had that problem on day one because yeah, we're going so fast out there today, it's unreal.
First 1, white 1, first 2.
That little one on the left gets me every time.
He's doing a mad job. Like, it's so rough. I don't know how he can even see the map, and he's killing it. Occasionally I get a left when it's a right, but other than that, nailing it.
This is a bad one. Right 2.
Look, we're gonna drive smart. That's the goal. We just try to keep it clean. Know where, like, push where we know the car's fast. Look after it in the stuff that's really bad. And yeah, we'll see what the day brings.
had an incident. Was that the one at the 51k mark?
I think it's the same spot as yesterday.
Yeah, mate, I pulled that car up right. It's at 50, it's around 53k mark.
All the same corner.
No, I hope not.
I mean, if it is, I mean, best case scenario, I mean, it was a very slow
No, I know.
rollover, so
It's just
they'll
when
be
he said that
okay.
he's the one that put it upright, so she has gone over again. Shit.
Maybe she only did a half turn. Maybe she didn't do a full back on the wheels, you know? But she's been driving her ass off this weekend, that's why. Every time we've seen her on the track this weekend, she's been cooking it. So, bless her. I mean, we'll head back there. That's literally where we just came from.
So the last car has gone past and we're now taking the almighty Triton around the racetrack to recover Eden. She had another rollover, but apparently they're okay and they're just up here on the left. So let's check them out, see how we go.
I lost my door. Oh,
where's the door?
It's folded in.
Oh, is that
That's the door. That's the bit that goes there.
You've done a good job.
What do you mean? I think it looks better.
I said on the GoPro like 4 times, I'm retiring. This is it. This is my last go, guys. I'm done. I'm done costing you money.
It's all right, Jacko. I'm not racing again. I'm not driving ever again.
Yeah, like the engine was obviously overheating, so we needed to put water back in it. So we stopped at that checkpoint just up there and put heaps of water back in it.
We were just running really hot. We needed water. These guys gave us a lot of water.
And then when we came out, there was a car 6 coming, so I was like, I'll let them go. He went past, and Dad's like, oh, he's got a busted wheel. And then we were following him. He was going all right. We were following him, we were on his bum for ages, and we were pushing to pass for a while. We're eating his dust, and then, yeah, I just went the left side of that road because I couldn't see because of the dust.
There you go, you actually see our tread pattern's still in it. It's because we're the only ones that did it. That's our tread pattern right there. That's interesting. We're in the dust trying to pass a Can-Am. And we hit push to pass, but he wouldn't move over. We just couldn't see. And Eden was just doing the right thing, sitting right behind him in the dust. And then, yeah, next thing we know, we're flying. And the car, it compressed and bounced and went sideways. And then we've landed up here. And there's a big divot in the ground where we first impact. We were airborne all here. Yeah, this whole distance. It was about here the rear wheel landed because the car crossed up and we landed sideways like this. The rear wheel folded under the car, and this is where the roof hit into this divot. It got violent then. And then there's the next hit right there with the back of the cage. So we'd already done one complete, and then we've hit again. And then we've finished up on our side, just here, where all the oil and fuel is. So the car's sitting down on Eden's side.
How did I roll 3 times? Dad, it's not funny. Dad!
I was laughing because I felt sorry for Eden because she got caught out. I got to say, this one wasn't her fault. But it's just a racing accident, so Eden just hit it, and then we were passengers after that. But I felt sorry for her because it's a bit of a shame because she's been driving so well.
Like, look at the car.
See, look at the door, dude. Look at this.
I had time to grab Dad's arm in the car and be like, but it was also super lucky that we landed on my side because the turbo's on the other side and how much fuel was leaking out.
Well, the fuel was leaking straight onto the fucking ground, right under the turbo, and I'm like, we're throwing dirt, trying to soak up the thing. So
It was a bit of a stressful.
I'm like, if this car bursts into flames, I'm going to cry.
Because Dad was like struggling to get out and he's like grabbed the fire extinguishers. I had to pull out the windscreen. He's trying to get out and I was like, get out! 3 for 3.
Well, I was asking Dad, I said, you've had 2 rolls this weekend. He goes, nah, 3. We had 2 today. You rolled earlier this morning?
Oh, you missed it.
No
Did
idea.
you not know that?
No?
We had no idea.
So I was like getting chased and I loved it. I was like, let's go. And then I got to the end and yeah, I just took a hairpin like I always take a hairpin on my roof. And it was the last one before the finish, like before we were done of 2 laps. So I nailed it on the first one. The second one, straight over. I was fuming.
Oh, very well be.
She's so little. Isn't she cute?
I've never done this before. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm Ethan's mum. I just had a heart attack about my child being on her roof again.
Tell him about your history of racing.
Well, so obviously I raced with your old man
Don't look at me, look at them.
for years. We rallied for years and did really well, and now look at my children. They're crazy doing
Yeah,
it
we're
as well.
super
So
successful.
every time I said I can't watch you, they said, Mum, bad luck. Well, you made us watch you while we were kids, so that's it. So now I'm here watching. I see one more recovery car tell me that they've found you.
As I said, I've done a whole season in 2 days.
It's been fun.
Jump is good. Left 2 into left 2. Right 3, sweeping. Sweeping. Touch and go. Well done. Well done, mate.
All right, so where did we finish? We finished 3rd in class, which I was so pumped with. We had to make up so much time to get back into the fight. There was 11 class 6 competitors, so there's 11 guys in my class. And yeah, we had our problems on day 1, boop, we're at the bottom. So we managed to climb our way back up to a podium. It was Matty Hummer that we had to get in front of to get the 3rd position. And without a doubt, he would have had 18 minutes on us or something along those lines. So to put that much time on him was yeah, it was unreal because we drove the wheels off the car to be able to do it. And yeah, I was pumped, obviously, to keep our championship hopes alive. And day 2, obviously, we just didn't have any dramas with it other than like we had some brake issues, but nothing bad, right? So we could just go full tilt and drive as hard as we could. And that's really what you're chasing, like in an off-road car, like reliability. If your car's fast and it can be reliable, that's one of the coolest things. And to just go out there and just drive the wheels off your car. And that was what we were able to do on day 2, which was, yeah, probably one of the coolest races I've done just because that was so much fun.
98% of it was smart. Only the 2% of it that wasn't smart was in the stadium area where we tried to front flip the car.
That was our fastest lap. We were having issues with brakes that weekend and we had good brakes for that lap 3 and we pushed like hell. Once I got into the stadium section, I was happy I got the corners right, and this last little jump, I'd been just checking up for it and I'm chasing every second on the course, so I was like, nope, hitting it flat out. So as it's hit this big bump, it's bottomed out in the back and I felt it straight away. And I was very nervous, put it that way.
This jump's okay. Not like that, it's not. Left 2, that'll be a good photo. Right 3, sweetie.
Yeah, you watch the outside footage and it doesn't even look that bad, but yeah, I thought we were in trouble.
As soon as it did it, I'm just full throttle in the air.
Like Sam and I had some really good fun. There was a couple of cars that we caught that really impressed us, to be honest. There's a blue GU out there, GU Patrol, and that man, he is wheeling that GU. Like we caught this guy, well, we thought we caught him, and I'm expecting to come around a blind corner and bang, there's this GU. And like we get around this corner and he's gone. And like Sam and I are just talking about it, going, this guy is hammering at him.
We're putting nothing on him.
Like I have a Patrol and I know what a Patrol can do and I know what a race car can do, and I could not believe how fast he's going through these like nasty, so you got tree roots and all this like, you know, bad obstacles, and this GU is giving us a bath through there. Like I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that GU's hauling. Right 2 again.
How's that GU getting
Left 3.
animal, dude?
There's no way, surely. Left 3. Gonna be twice.
Can you imagine those fucking tree roots?
That was definitely something that we really enjoyed, was just having a laugh, chasing this GU. And then once we passed him, Sam's freaking out, thinking there's a car about to pass us. And it's just the GU, because the GU, we haven't checked out on this GU because this guy's hauling ass. So he's like seen in the mirrors, he's like, oh, there's a car on us. And yeah, that was really fun.
Have you had your heart broken yet? Gone and looked at Ethan's car?
No, you need to go and...
It's just good. Yeah. We got one of the top upper ass. We're going to polish that out.
Jackson behind you.
Don't make it about me. This is about you. Everybody, Podium. I'm so proud of you.
No,
You got third, and I did 3 rolls. Sweeten. 3 and 3. 3 for 3. You pop it back in. This should be fun.
Hey, a bit of duct tape. Just a couple of cable ties.
Couple cable ties, bit of duct tape.
We're
Done.
good to go.
You passed us, Holden.
Yeah, that was fun. I knew it was you.
That bit was rough.
Let him go.
Yeah.
Rightio, get in there. Just that straight was so long, and I just said, he's just stick left, Jacko's coming.
Yep.
Yeah.
So every crest it was like 100 metres closer.
Because we were watching
I
it and we're
checked on
like,
the second crest because I was
he's on
like,
her, he's
am
on
I
her.
going to hit it? Because it got thick with dust, and I'm like, and we're just full tapped in the blinding dust, and I'm just looking at the map.
Dad's like, he's coming, move. And I'm like, I think I fully stopped.
You couldn't go any further left.
Nah.
I think I fully stopped. I was like, just go, you go round.
Go, Jacko, go!
Get those brakes.
Get him!
So on the leaderboard as it stands, we're sitting in, I believe it's equal second in class, but outright we're sitting 6th. So that's pretty cool. We've had 2 consistent races where we've finished a fair way up in the field, and there's been a lot of attrition. It's off-road racing, like, you know, there's so many things that go wrong. So to be consistent, like I was saying, is so important. In all the years racing outright, we've never been that high in the fight ever. So our next event on the calendar is the Gundy 400. I've never done the Gundy 400. I've been told by a lot of people that the Gundy 400 is the best race in the country. Pretty excited. Pretty nervous. Currently there's 106 entries at Gundy, a massive side-by-side class. Obviously we want to go there, we want to perform, we want to do the best we can, but the other competitors have done Gundy before and we haven't, so we're going to have to catch up real fast to get our head around the course. It has what they call melon holes and a section called Bear Country, which is a very unique terrain that's very unique just to Gundawindi. So apparently you can only get through them at 70 k's an hour. So yeah, I'm going to hit him at 80 and see what happens.
There's a bit of water in it down the bottom, remember?
Yeah.
It's worse. Slow it down, slow it down.
I didn't think our rag was dirty enough.